everyone, Yensid Orgelist here, and welcome back to another episode of OrgelCraft. Hope you all are having a good day today. Last episode, we built a couple of ships. Gave us the ability to travel back to the old part of this world so that we have access to all of the gear and resources and farms from everything that we have done previously. And oh, it's so nice to have good gear and tools and all of my stuff back. Yeah, and then the ability to grab stuff out of the ender chest whenever I want it. So yeah, so I am excited to getting back into things. And my project for today was sparked by something I actually discovered when we were looking for a spot for the ship. And I believe it is over here. Yeah, so I found this Yellowstone biome, which is this cool little biome with these sulfur springs, and yeah, all of the, underground volcanic activity. And so I thought that it would be fun. So one of the things I want to do this season is really kind of embrace the natural world and the beauty that Terralith creates. And so I want to turn several areas of this part of the world into essentially like national parks or state parks. Obviously, this is a Yellowstone biome. Yellowstone National Park is one of the most well-known parks in America. And so I wanted to do something with this. Now, I did not realize there is actually a little village up on the hill here. And so I think there's cats in there. Oh, look at that. Hi, kitty cats. You're stuck in there. This house is kind of floating. This might be nice to turn into a little bit of a campground resort type thing. But then what I want to do is I want to build essentially like a great lodge where people can stay if they're coming to visit this particular park. And we have this nice open field here and then on the other side of the river. And so I thought this would be a really good place to build a sizable lodge. And then what's cool is I was exploring a little bit of this area. So we have this, I think it's called a dark forest. No, this is a frosted highlands. But we have all these trees with the different colored leaves. And then, yeah, we have another village over here. So we have access to a lot of really cool different biomes. So I think we're going to turn this into a park. So I think where I want to get started today is I want to start building some trails. I think this house is going to need to move. This is probably not very stable ground. So this kind of terrain, you need to have paths that are kind of built up because the ground tends to be very unstable. These sheep are very lucky because it is very easy to essentially break through the crust into underwater hot springs where the water can be essentially boiling. Yeah, you don't want to fall into that. So I think that I'm going to pack this house up, probably move it up on the hill there, and then get working on some boardwalks around here. We'll probably do a bridge over the river so that we can access those hot springs as well. So let me start doing a little bit of work. Let me gather some materials, and I'll bring you back in a little bit. Welcome back, everyone. The houses have been relocated there. And this one over here. I'm going to grab this campfire because I do not trust villagers around open flames. Yeah, so that is done. I still need to do some work doing some terraforming up here because obviously this house is, you know, floating up here. And I did go and gather some stone, but we're going to want to do a little bit of work here just to make this a little bit more villager friendly. Yeah, as obviously we've got floating houses, and that's never a good thing. So we'll deal with that later. For right now, I want to focus on getting our little wilderness trail, I don't know what to call it, built. So I have gone through and I have marked out where I want the various paths to go. As you can see, kind of loops around these hot springs here, goes through this area here, and then if we cross the river, the trail continues around these hot springs, and then actually kind of goes up into this shrubland over here before winding its way back, and then we'll do a little bridge. There's this nice little ravine that I fell into. Yeah, there's a ravine here, so we'll have the trail kind of wrap around all of that. I think that will be pretty cool. So what I want to do right now is start designing the boardwalk. So let's find a nice straight area here. This will work for now. Okay. And then I want to do, actually, let's, let me get all of my materials here. Yeah, so what I want to do, oh, actually, yeah, this will work. So we're going to do, nope, I need that to go the other way. So we want, let's put it on this side here. I'm going to do that. And then that, oh, I know how we can do this. So basically I want to have these little support fences going along, and then the trail will be just ever so slightly elevated. And then we'll just kind of keep going based on that. And we'll have it go at angles, and then every so often we will we'll put down fence posts so that we can have some support along there, kind of like that. So you have a boardwalk. You know, it would probably have something along the edge, but I don't. This is going to be too high. I meant to put a stair down there. Yeah, I think that's going to be too high and too restrictive. And I also feel like if we do slabs along the edge, you're going to be constantly going up and down whenever the path goes off at an angle. So I think this will work. I might want to do more fences. And then I also want to do just a little bit of texturing in this, just to kind of show some wear and stuff like that. So I thought we would incorporate a little bit of jungle. Yeah, just to give it a little bit of variation. I probably want to go through and make some of the stairs jungle, just so that can be consistent throughout all of that. Yeah, so that's my plan for getting started. So I'm going to get to work on, probably working on this side of the river, get this path done. I also have this over here, going through the woods a little bit, and then this will probably do a more natural path, so coarse dirt, gravel, stuff like that. yeah, so let me get this built. And while we are doing that, I'm going to show you a clip that I recorded months ago that turns out I didn't actually need to record, but I didn't know it at the time, so I'm not re-recording it, I'm using it. But this is the slightly overdue Patreon update. Welcome back to the Patreon village. Today we are acknowledging Marodim as a supporter of this channel. Adding the 5th build here. This is 2 years of support that Marodim has been providing, and I'm so thankful for that. So let's go through just a little bit of a tour of what has already been built. So this is the first build that we did for Marodim, this A-frame house. Coming around to the back, we have this little greenhouse and shed. So in here we have some different flowers growing, and then in the back we have a little tool shed with some storage. Marodim's 1 year of support was a cave and mining entrance. So we have this cave with all the resources and some support in there, and then we have a descent that goes down into the mine shafts. The last build we did was an apiary. So we have several bee nests in here, and then we have flowers for the bees to be able to get the pollen and everything that they need. I don't know why none of them are out at the moment, but there are bees in here, I promise. And so we get on to the newest build, and we have a fishing dock right here. So one of the, I guess, prominent features of the area is this little river that runs through, and so I thought a little fishing pier would be nice, a little boat dock, and a place to come out here and fish. So we just have a nice little dock here. Got some boats in the water. A little path leading down. You can take a look up in the air and see everything that we have there. I also went and did some detailing under the water, getting some mud in here, and then just kind of bone mealing everything so that it looks good. But yeah, so that is Marodim's latest build. If you are interested in becoming a Patreon supporter, it is $5 a month. I technically have 2 different tiers, an Organ friend and a Minecraft friend. I'm guessing you all are probably more interested in the Minecraft side of that. You get a 1 chunk build when you first join, and that can either be something that you design that you want me to put in this world, or something that I design for you. Of course, make sure it's an appropriate build if it's something that you are asking me to build. And then for every 6 months of support after that, you get another build in the Patreon village. So be sure to check out patreon.com/YensidOrganist, and you can get all the details there. Back to the video. Welcome back, everyone. The boardwalk is done for this side. I did decide to add a little bit of a railing up here since it's kind of high. But the nice thing about having the fence is you do step up. So, if you want a view of this that is unobstructed, all you have to do is step to the front, and you have a good view of it. And added some more steam coming off of this to give the impression that it is actually hot there. And oh good, the wandering trader has shown up. We're gonna just ignore him. And so so we've got this trail all around here. Over here it gives way to a more natural path. I discovered that there's actually essentially a road up to the little village up there, so I left that alone. I will probably do something with that at some point, but for right now I am ignoring it. And then came through here, worked the path out, did a little bit of texturing to the grass itself, and actually I brought some bone meal so that we can add a little bit more to the area. Just to make it look a little bit more natural. Does grass not grow on coarse dirt? It does not. All right. Well, learn something new. All right. Yeah, so there's that, and then wraps around back to the hillside trail here. And then if we come back down to the other side, we have a little bit of a viewing platform, and then obviously that's going to be the bridge. But then we have the same thing here. You can, well, I didn't do quite as many stairs on this, but you can still step up to the edge and see all of the hot springs. So now I want to play around with something, because I have this one place right here, and I thought it might be kind of cool to see what we could do with glass and possibly turn it into like a bit of a geyser. Now, unfortunately, I think that doing this is going to... Oh, it actually doesn't seem to be impeding the smoke. Okay, cool. But so then I thought we could do, you know, little bits off of the side to make it seem like there is water spouting up here. Speaking of water, I seem to have fallen in some. But yeah, let's pillar up here. And I don't know, this was just an idea that kind of popped into my head. I don't know how it's going to look, but I thought it would be worth giving a try and seeing if we could make something that looks like a geyser out of that. I look at all the crazy things that Scar does with glass, and I think, oh, I could never do that. Well, you never can. You can't do anything if you don't try. So, so I don't think this is working for me as much. I almost, oh, you know, I think I turned all of my glass into panes, but maybe we need some blocks. Where did I put that? There it is, and there should be more in there. There we go, and let's get rid of that. The problem is if we put a block of glass at the bottom, then we are definitely going to lose the smoke going up through there, because I think it only goes through one full block before it becomes an issue, because I'm guessing that if I place that there, our steam stops. Yes, okay. So obviously we can't do that. I don't know, maybe we do something like that, so that it's kind of coming out a little bit more at the bottom. I've made a fish. And I don't know if we need more glass, less glass. I feel like it should be like, there should be more of it at the bottom. and then kind of a little bit more spread out as we go up. Let's pop into free cam here. Maybe it's about to be nighttime. Maybe the way to do this is to actually start with like a foundation. Like essentially fill all of this in. And then as we start to get higher, have it start to taper in. And then as we start to get higher, maybe it just goes out to one side or the other. I also feel like this might be a little bit close for like actual viewing of this, but what does that look like? Actually, that is kind of the right idea. That at the top, not so much. But I like what's going on down here at the bottom. And so I wonder if maybe I want to just take that up a little bit higher. And then break some things. So like complete this like box up to here and then have just like the diagonals. And maybe we could have like some panes coming off like that. Probably not there, but like we have sticking out there. I do kind of like, I can't get over these fences. They're fence gates, genius. Yeah, okay, actually, now that I'm playing around with this, I think we've got something workable here. So, this, what I do know from Scar is that this is a lot of trial and error. You work on something, you step away, you look at it. So, yeah, I'm gonna play around with this a little bit more and see what I can come up with. Yeah, and then I'm also going to get the trail pathway built on the other side, and then we will save the bridge for the end of the video. Welcome back, and we have a geyser, and I am really happy with how this turned out. It was definitely a lot of fiddling with panes of glass. But I think it gets a nice effect. It worked in a little bit of light gray glass, and I think that helped as well. But I've been going around to various different points here, and I think it looks good. I think it looks more convincing the farther away you are. But yeah, I like it. And yeah, we've got the smoke coming through, so that is nice. And then I have the walkway completed over here. We'll walk this later, but I want to get to working on the bridge. But yeah, we have a path that goes all the way through here. I did a little bit of terrain work, filling in some gaps and some holes in places. And then, yeah, and then this goes off to what will be our lodge eventually. So, now I want to build this bridge together. So what I'm thinking to do is let's go right here. And okay, that's gonna be the layer of our walkway. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go 7 because we're gonna do basically a suspension bridge, which I'm definitely kind of freestyling. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then hopefully I actually have enough wood to do this. And then we're going to strip these. My axe and my elytra are getting very low on their durability. Alright, so then let's go ahead and build this all the way across so we know where we're going. I'm so glad I have my Swift Sneak back. Makes this process so much faster. Of course, placing slabs is always still a challenge. Okay, that's there, and then we'll build up from there. I'm not going to have enough dark oak. I think I have another stack with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And let's bring this all the way down here. Yes, I'm aware that my axe is low on durability. I think we're actually going to want to bring this all the way down to there. I always think that looks better when you are, when it comes level with whatever the ground is. So I think we're okay on this side. I don't think we need to worry about that. Okay, that is all done. Obviously, we'll want to texture with the jungle. We can do that in a minute. Let's see. Yes, I do have another stack of dark oak. Excellent. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and then we're just gonna do fence posts. So I'll probably do... And then we'll go like that. Let's maybe do that. Yeah, I think that looks good. I'm wondering if the span is maybe too wide. Well, I'll tell you what, let's do the other side. So what did we do? 2, 3, 2, 2. So we go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, and then 1. And I think that's the same. 2, 3, 2, 2, 1. 2, 3, 2, 2, 1. And then I've been using fence gates because I think they have a nice amount of detail to them. So we can alternate that with fence posts. And what we probably want to do is put some stairs on here so that it connects. It's not a fence gate. Then do I have any stairs? I do. Okay. So let's take that out. Then we're going to need to place fence posts at the bottom here. Try not to get pulled down by the magma blocks. And let's see how that looks. Yeah, I think that looks okay. I do wonder if maybe we could have this part curve a little more. So let's try that on the other side. I think we'll keep the initial, because I think you need that. But then this one would come out 2, and then maybe this one 3. And then let's do this. How does that look? It's hard to do with fences. Yeah, I think that might be a little bit of a better angle. So let me get this all done up. And there we go. I think this is a much better line. Now, something I just realized is you could walk right off the edge of that. So let's see if I have any iron. My ender chest is on me. Do we have any iron in here? Of course not. Alright. Well, fortunately we have an iron farm. A very efficient iron farm, I might add. So we'll make up some iron bars. I won't need anywhere near that much. And then we'll just do that from... Oh, that doesn't connect to the fence. Ah, that should be fine. I would have thought that would have connected. Yeah, that looks good. There we go. And then we need to finish our walkway here. And then I think that I actually want to do some coming off of there, because I think you would have that support on the other side. Is that right? No, only 3. There we go. So 3, 3, 4, and 1. And of course it is becoming nighttime. And how much you want to bet I don't have enough fences? And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and connected. I think that I'm actually going to take this out. And then we'll remove those. There we go. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Cool. And so there is our bridge. Let's go ahead and do just a little bit of detailing across. Not too much, as I am low on jungle planks. But just enough. And there we go. All right. So, with that done, let's take a little bit of a walking tour around the other side of our hot springs. So, we can head down here. And as you see, we've got steam rising off of some of these. And then we continue along. I think that I want to do another smaller geyser over here. But I kind of have run out of time for that. So I have several more things that I want to do with this part of the world. So yeah, so that it transitions to more of a natural path as you go through the scrubland here. You have to kind of follow the terrain, which I think worked out really nicely. Didn't have to do too much of extra stuff in there. And then here, so if we take a look up here, there is another little hot springs area over here. And you have this kind of forested area. And I thought this would be kind of cool to make another path that comes around to the lodge over there. So that will be coming in the future. I don't want a grass block here. Alright. And yeah, come along here, and then I have a little walkway across the ravine here. And then yeah, then you can kind of look out over everything. I do want to do a little bit of work on the hillside over there. Probably just get rid of the red sand and terracotta and fill that in with basalt and blackstone, just so that it looks a little bit more uniform. But yeah, and then some minor railings as there's a little bit of a drop-off in places here. But yeah, I am really happy with how this has all turned out. And there is our first park mostly done. Like I said, I still need to do some terraforming work over here. But we will get to that in the future. So I think that is going to do it for this episode. If you guys enjoyed, please be sure to give it a like and share it with your friends. If you haven't already, I would encourage you to subscribe and make sure you click that little notification bell so you can stay up to date on all my latest posts. Thanks for watching. See you real soon.